All right, so get this right. Today's deep dive is going to be juicy. We're talking social media, accusations of corruption, even a whole prison sentence that might not have even happened. It's wild. And it all centers around this Nigerian influencer, Bobrisky.
You guys sent in a ton of articles on this. Well, let's just say it's complicated. But that's what makes it the perfect deep dive material. What's really interesting here is how this whole thing kind of puts a spotlight on Nigerian influencers, the legal system there, and, who really has the power.
You got that right. It's like a recipe for intrigue. So before we get into all that, let's start basic. Who is Bobrisky? Like, what's the deal?
Okay, so Wikipedia tells us Bobrisky's real name is Okunai Edris Olanrewaju, 33 years old, and get this, has an accounting degree.
Whoa, hold up. An accountant turned influencer. That's not something you see every day.
Right. Talk about a plot twist. But yeah, Bobrisky is a pretty controversial figure over in Nigeria.
I can imagine with a story like that. What makes Bobrisky so, controversial?
Well, Wikipedia calls the reactions to Bobrisky conflicting. Some people call him a national disgrace, and others see them as this, style icon. It's kind of wild.
Wow, talk about polarizing. What is it about Bobrisky that gets such a reaction?
Well, a lot of it has to do with social media, right? They know how to use it to their advantage, and they've built up a huge following because of it. But one article, a $100,000 influencer, claims Bobrisky charges, wait for this $100,000 for a sponsored post.
You're kidding. $100,000 for one post. Is that even, a real number?
It's hard to say without seeing the contracts, but even if they're exaggerating a little, it shows you just how influential they're considered to be.
Yeah.
To charge that much, you need a massive engaged audience.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you think about the whole business side of being an influencer, especially in a place like Nigeria where, everything's digital.
Seriously, it's a whole different world. But before we, go too deep into the whole influencer money thing, let's get back to Bobrisky and these legal problems. What got them in trouble with the law in the first place?
So it all comes down to this conviction for, get this, defacing Naira banknotes. Might sound kind of weird at first.
Defacing banknotes. Okay, I'm going to need some more info on that one. What does that even mean?
So basically, Nigeria has these laws against messing with their currency, the Naira. Writing on the bills, tearing them up, or just damaging them on purpose. It's all about keeping their money looking legit.
Ah, okay. So it's not just about the money itself, but what it represents.
Exactly. National pride, all that. And in this case, it seems like Bobrisky kind of broke those laws.
And what happened? Was there a trial?
Yeah, there was a trial. And Bobrisky said they were guilty of 4 counts of this currency abuse. They got a 6-month prison sentence.
6 months? That's pretty serious.
It is, but that's not even the craziest part. This is where it gets wild. See, now the rumor is that Bobrisky might not have actually stayed in prison for those 6 months.
Wait, what? You're telling me they were out there living it up while supposedly serving time? How's that even possible?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right? And that's where these accusations of corruption and, unequal treatment come in.
Okay, spill it. What are the accusations? Who's saying it?
So there's this leaked audio that's really got people talking. It was shared by this social media personality. It goes by VeryDarkMan, VDM. Heard of them?
Vaguely, but honestly, I'm way more interested in this recording. What's on it?
Oh, it's explosive.
Yeah.
In the recording, you can hear Bobrisky saying that a 15 million Naira bribe, that's over 30,000 US dollars, by the way, was paid to officials from, get this, the EFCC to make some serious money laundering charges disappear.
Whoa, hold on. Back up. The EFCC?
Right, sorry. The EFCC is the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, like Nigeria's version of the FBI,
Gotcha. So Bobrisky's claiming they bribed their way out of trouble with the Nigerian FBI. Bold move.
It is. And it gets even wilder. Bobrisky also says that their godfather, we'll get to this mysterious figure later, don't worry, used their influence to get Bobrisky set up in a private apartment near the prison.
Hold up. Not even a, cushy jail cell. We're talking a whole apartment.
That's what they're saying. And if that wasn't enough, there's a point in the recording where Bobrisky straight up says, truth be told, I'm not in prison, but I'm around there.
Wow. Bobrisky's own words. I mean, it's not a confession, but
yeah,
incriminating for sure. What happened when this audio came out? People must freak.
Oh, they did. There's this article, Nigerians React, that really captured the outrage. People felt lied to, betrayed even. Everyone was calling for an investigation as a huge scandal.
Did anything happen?
You'd be surprised. Both the EFCC and the House of Representatives actually started investigations into the whole thing.
Wow, that's kind of shocking. You don't see powerful groups like that taking these kinds of accusations seriously every day, especially when it involves someone like Bobrisky, who's obviously well-connected.
I know. That's what makes this whole thing so fascinating. It's like peering into this world of celebrity, wealth, power, all in Nigeria. It really makes you wonder, like, who is this godfather who can just make legal problems go away?
Right. And what does it all say about how justice works in Nigeria? Is it really fair, or can money and connections just buy you a different experience?
Exactly. This is about way more than just one influencer and their legal drama. It's about bigger issues.
Ugh, I love a good deep dive. We started with like an influencer and some defaced cash, and now we're talking about corruption, power, the whole Nigerian justice system. It's like they say, the best stories are like onions, layers upon layers. But before we get too deep into it, there's another layer to this story I want to unpack. Rapper Falz. Trust me, it's a doozy. So we've got these bribery allegations, this shady godfather we still don't know about, and a prison sentence that sounds more like a vacation. It's nuts. But then add in a famous rapper and his lawyer dad. It's like, how does it get any crazier?
It's like something out of a movie, right?
Yeah.
And that's where this whole thing takes another turn. Remember VDM, the one who shared that audio?
Yeah, the VeryDarkMan person. What about them?
Well, they didn't stop there. They also came out with these accusations against, get this, rapper Falz and his dad, Femi Falana, who's like a really well-known human rights lawyer in Nigeria.
Okay, now I need to hear this. What's VDM saying they did?
So VDM claims Femi Falana asked for a 3 million naira bribe to, like, make sure Bobrisky got a pardon.
Seriously, on top of the EFCC bribe.
Yeah, and that's not all. They're also saying Falz was in on it too, like that he wanted 3 million from Bobrisky to make sure Bobrisky got special treatment in prison.
Hold on. So now we've got a lawyer, a rapper, and who knows who else all mixed up in this. It's like a movie.
No, right? But gotta be fair here. Falz says it's all lies. He even said publicly that he straight up told Bobrisky no, he wouldn't help, and even warned them not to try bribing any prison guards.
So it's like a he said, she said situation, except with way higher stakes. So who do we believe?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's not even about finding out one truth and that's it. Maybe it's more about, like, understanding everything going on here. We're talking about power, money, social media, all of it.
It's true. And it goes back to what we were talking about before, about how fair the justice system in Nigeria really is. One article even compared it to, get this, lion attacks at the zoo, like saying both are because of bigger problems in the system.
Whoa, that's a crazy comparison. Yeah. But it makes you think, right? Are there loopholes that let some people escape consequences? Like, does being rich or famous really get you treated differently by the law? Tough questions, but important ones.
Totally. And we may never know the whole truth about Bobrisky and all this, but even just these accusations have really started a conversation in Nigeria, you know, and even beyond.
Exactly. It makes you think, when social media can make you famous so fast, but also tear you down just as quick, what does it all mean, you know? Bobrisky's story, it makes you wonder about the price of fame and how to make sure everyone's treated the same by the law, no matter how much money they have or how famous they are.
That's what I'm talking about. It's been wild, you guys. This deep dive, we've had shocking accusations, different sides to every story, and enough social media drama to last a lifetime. We dug into what we know, but there's always more to uncover, right? What do you all think out there?